Hey guys, welcome. We're here at the shop and we got most of the stuff we need to get this car back on its wheel. Right there on the bucket, but we'll show you here in a moment. But anyway, let's get everything offloaded and start assembling this thing. There we go guys, we got most of the parts here laid out, just waiting on the rear diff, but more on that later. So as you can see over here is the whole front suspension basically. I could spend countless of hours sanding this stuff and painting it this nice satin black, and the two BC coilovers laying there which I welded. I don't know if you can see over there, all the way from Pack Performance. The old steering box over here, the front engine mount which has not been painted yet because we're gonna put it in right now and to measure stuff up, and then the whole steering links in front. And then over here we got the wheels, man, beautiful wheels. Have a look at that, have a look at them. And then yeah, right here behind me, Jaco's gonna open up the freshly built, fully studded dial 13B, ready to make some big power, guys. Have a look at this beautiful machine. So a quick rundown on the specs on this engine. It's been completely refurbished, new seals, new everything from AJ Racing. Uncle Arthur did it for us. If you don't know anything about rotaries in South Africa, you'd know that name. And it's been studded and dualed. It's got 3 studs in, deals I'm not sure, but we leave that for Uncle Arthur because we all know he knows what he's doing. Anyway, the whole thing has been Cerakoted, even the alternator. We're using a Turbo Smart Pro Gate 50mm wastegate on it over here. And yeah, it's time to get this thing made to that gearbox. Let's see what we need to cut to fit this thing in there. So we're not going to put the clutch on right now because we don't have the spigot shaft for a GD6 to line up the triple plate, because as you can see there, you need it to line up in order to slide over the shaft there, you know. So we're going to leave this off for now, just use this flywheel and then mock the starter up, because we think there's some modification we need to do on this back plate on the engine over there. So yeah. I'm a bit sick, you know. Gotta take my vitamins. And yeah, just chuck it in there. Stay safe, guys. Look after yourselves, man. Don't get sick like me. Okay, so we ran into our first issue, but we knew it was gonna happen. So Uncle Tyron also warned us about it. So the starter is not clearing over here. The back plate here on the rotary. We need to ground this whole place, this whole back plate. As you can see there, hopefully, yeah. Just grind it down so it lines up with this one, and then hopefully we don't have to cut the studs off here, but we will see, because as you can see right now it doesn't go in, you know. But yeah, let's start grinding, guys. First time cutting into a 13B, yeah, so. Guys, after about 20 minutes or so worth of grinding, we got it to we got it close enough. Okay, so the starter's gonna go up there now like this, and then we're gonna have to see if we can turn out the stud or just cut it off. But yeah, that's the next thing. And, yeah, it came out pretty nice. We'll see now when the starter's on there how it's gonna look. That corner we're gonna have to grind down. I don't know how much, but we'll go and keep checking as we go. But yeah, we're getting there, guys. This close, man. There we go, guys. The starter is finally mounted. We started about 9 o'clock this morning. It's now, I think, 10 to 1 in the afternoon just to mount the starter. That's how much time goes into stuff like this. But yeah, anyway, we can get this thing underneath the car again and then see how it's going to clear the tunnel and where we need to do some modifications. But yeah. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it slowly but surely, man. Okay, so we're gonna cut out this standard Mazda gearbox mounts because they're starting to be in the way now. The two over there and one there on the left and to the right. This stuff, and then we'll go from there. But I can already see we're gonna have clearance issues there on the bell housing. So we'll get to that when we get there. We gotta start somewhere, don't we? Let's get it out. So that's what we've got going on now. So far it's looking like we're going to cut out the whole tunnel because it's not going to be high enough. The width we might get away with the width, but just the height of the tunnel like this is going to be a problem. So yeah, we're going to do some more stuff, look around some more, and then we can decide if we're going to cut or what we're going to do. It must go up a whole lot more, as you can see. Oh well, it's part of it, I guess.
Done?
Ja, gelijk maar uitlijnen. Marking out the surgical cuts there, so we know where to cut. It's our first time cutting a tunnel, so. Well, we're cutting, boys. Well, there's the tunnel, guys, laying on the floor next to me, and plenty of space for that GD6, man. It's definitely our first tunnel we've ever cut, huh?
Yes, definitely.
100%. Never done this before, but we're learning as we go, I guess. So, yeah, I think let's bring that gearbox, huh?
Yes.
And we can finish it up later, you know? There we go, guys, we got this thing lowered. The engine crane is out and the engine is laying, I'll show you now, but welding blankets on there. But the engine's laying on its front engine now there. We are needing a little bit more space up there in front, so Jaco's measuring it out now. And then we're gonna cut it, lower it back down again, and then yeah. There we go, guys, it's more or less where we want it. I'd actually like for the whole engine setup to twist a bit more like this, but we're running into another issue. As you can see, the prop shaft over there is gonna heat somewhere there, so we're gonna look into it, maybe cut a little bit more of the actual prop shaft or fuck whatever you call it thing out. But yeah, this is where we're sitting right now, so it's quite big. And as you can see, that standard tunnel would have never worked because yeah, it speaks for itself. But look at this, man. Look how beautiful this is. Proper stuff, man, proper stuff. But yeah, me and Jaco's actually gonna get the whole front suspension in quickly so we can put the front wheels on, and then we can start measuring for the rear diff, how long it actually needs to be. So yeah, let's get to doing that, man. We are busy setting up the whole front suspension so we can get the wheels on. We can check if our offset calculations was correct, which it was hopefully, because our friend over at Wheel Freaks helped us measure everything. So I think the moment of truth is here, coming up shortly. Well guys, it's the following Saturday. Me and Jaco are back and front suspension is completely in. We're gonna move to the back now. We've got a lot of little stuff we want to cut out, like this stabilizing thing where the rear diff stabilizer was bolted to. All these little boxes here. This thing, there, and this boxes, but I'm thinking we're gonna leave them for now until we figure a way out to do it properly. But yeah, let's get that stuff out and take it from there. That's how far we're gonna go for cutting for today. We're gonna get the front fenders on now, and then the two front wheels. We've got 2 bushes in this week, so we can put the lower control arm in. So that's in right now, and then yeah, let's do it. This thing's rough. First fenders on there, looking very nice, and then yeah. So we got the two bushes I was talking about earlier, as these 2 over here, in there for the control arm, lower control arm, and then yeah, all you people trying to think about going to the comments saying this looks shit, which it does. Don't worry about it, that's a problem we'll solve. yeah, in the new feature. This whole setup here, but we'll get to that later.
Som like to okay. Såna moodlöst.
Because adjusting the right out of the front coilover right now, so we can get the front and the rear wheel more or less on the same height. And then, yeah.
Space.
Diff.
We moeten er maar nog 2, né?
Okay. Alright, so we got the front wheel, this front wheel at least, more or less where we want it. It's still going to go down a little bit more when the car's actually on its wheels on the ground. But now, this is where it starts to get interesting, because we actually have to tub the car a little bit. I believe you call it a semi-tub. But, let me show you. The wheels, the rear wheels is actually, it goes in, but it's going to rub. So we need to take this top and extend it about 5 centimeters or so. I'm going to cut it here and there. I don't know exactly yet, we'll figure it out. But yeah, just going to do some measurements and then we're going to be done for the day. Because I actually don't have the plasma cutter here. I'll bring it again next week. So yeah, let's see. Well, we're back. We got the plasma cutter the following Saturday again. I think this is week number 4 or 5 of this video. So, but anyway, we're gonna test the old plasma cutter here on a little offcut Jacques got going on here. And let me show you what this man's been working on the whole of the week. Every night till 8 o'clock at night. He's been cutting out all of the brackets here underneath. So it's finally clean and we can cut the tubs out now. Look at all that metal he cut out. Laying right there. But yeah guys, let's see what this thing does. Or if it doesn't work, we just get your old Andy grinder out again, you know. So let's see what happens, man. So we got a little test plate here we're gonna cut on. And, let's see if it actually cuts. Okay, we got a different piece here. Gonna test it again. Okay, got our settings down. Let's start on the car now. There we go guys, the first cut's been made. Plasma cutter seems to be working flippin' nice, so yeah, now we're gonna cut the other side so we can remove the top completely and then move to the other side. But yeah, let's see how it goes. There we go guys, the first tub is out, or the wheel arch, whatever you call it, as you can see. Now there's plenty of space for that work wheel to sit in there. Number one's done. One to go. Okay, so the wheels are in there, but Jaco made a great point now. Have a look at this lip here, we're gonna have to cut out as well, because the wheel's actually sitting too much in. We wanted to come out a bit, and in order for that, we need to cut that lip out over there. So, I guess that's gonna be our next job, but it's starting to look quite nice. Okay guys, this is how far we got for today. We got the tubs cut out, the car's on level as you can see there, on the water level there, it's level, the wheels, rear wheels is level. And yeah, now we're still waiting on some diff parts to come in on the final stuff from Strange in America. And then we're thinking we can measure it, but we don't know how accurately we can measure it. So we're gonna wait for Uncle Tyron, I'll give him a call. Ask if he can come measure it for us, and I'll hopefully get some footage on you for you guys. But I'll see you whenever that is. So it's been another 2 weeks since the last time you saw my face, and look what me and Jaco came up with. We got a pipe running from the one wheel to the other, straight through, like that. And then underneath there, we got your what's it, your pinion's gonna sit there where you can, I don't know if you guys can see, that black line's your pinion. And then we got your two forelings on that little rope there and over there. More or less lined where we want it. So now we can take that pipe out, measure everything up, because we already made marks, and then give that pipe to Uncle Tyron, and he can build a diff for us based on that, and everything should be fine, I think. So yeah. Okay, so we got our diff laid out here in the form of a pipe for now. So the complete diff length is 1250 mils, pinion center 625 mils, four-link brackets from the pinion. So this is the pinion laid out on the pipe, pinion center 625 as you can see there, and then 32 millimeters from the pinion center to the side. That's where the four-link slash shock bracket's going to be welded onto. So as you can imagine now, it's going to be a wheel there, another wheel there, your pinion center is going to be here, four-link brackets, one there and one there, that also doubles up as your shock mount, and then goes up into your whole four-link system in the rear of your car. So yeah, that's about it. We got our diff lengths in, we can send it to Uncle Tyron now, so he can build the casing, and then yeah, that's it. Okay, so in order to confirm our measurements, Jaco came up with an absolute brilliant idea. We're going to build our own mini diff. So what we're going to do is, let me show you over there. we're going to use a little tube and make 2 hubs that bolts on each side and then bolts directly to the wheels. Then we can have the exact dimension we measured from side shaft end here on the hub until this end, and then yeah, we can just confirm our measurements and we can actually give that pipe to Uncle Tyron so we know the diff's right. Anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so we got the 2 flat bars drilled out like this, and then the next step is going to be putting studs in. So we're just going to use this, I'm not sure what size it is, 12mm thick, not 12 at the back, 12mm thick studs, bolts, which we're going to throw in there like that, weld it up here at the back, and it should look like a hub, you know. You can just throw your wheel nut on there and then weld that pipe on there, and you should have a mock-up diff there with our side. Let's see how it works. There we go, guys. There's the Mazda's rear diff width, the casing's width, and Jaco had a fucking brilliant idea by doing this, man. Just a flat bar, the pipe, and then 2 bolts. We're gonna bolt it to its wheels now, and then roll it underneath the car. And we can actually check if our measurements was correct a couple of days ago. But yeah, there's a little tip for you guys. If you're measuring a diff, just do this, man. Give it to your fabricator. Has to come off the lift again. There we go, guys. That confirmed our measurements. Diff's going to be 1.25 meters, and yeah, we can't come any more, and we can't go lower, and we don't want to go in because we want the car looking like this, you know. We don't want that. But yeah, after 3 weeks of measuring, we finally found the number to give to Uncle Tyron. We can do it now. He can build the casing. But yeah, guys, I'll see you then whenever that casing is here, and we're going to start putting that thing in. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be safe, and we'll see you next time.